So we're about to start Friday night football. A man's about to coach a team for the very first time for the 715th occasion.
Sounds amazing, is amazing. There's the opening bounce. Murphy, who won the toss, hurriedly goes inside the forward 50. Brown came at it. Well done by Williams. Frost so good on Anzac Day. Williams slaps it towards the boundary. Langdon taken down by Jones. Rolls out in front of Judd, who wants a free kick. Nothing doing.
Juddy will be interesting, won't he? Because when we've seen him so far this year, his early quarters have been terrific. He's been running right over the ground. I think of that match in Perth in round 2. I thought he played very well here in round 1. So Wood and Warnock, we didn't think we'd see them in the same team together. Swan, toe poked. Doherty brought it back. Gibbs gets his hands on it. And that ball up. It is strange to have Warnock and Wood there together, isn't it?
It is, because of obviously Jamison is out of the side, so that means Rowe has to go to Cloak. So it does leave them a little bit weaker down back with Jamison out.
Over the top, Warnock. Crisp. Bell takes him down.
On the ball, Carlton.
Heard the call.
Gee, Tom Bell was good last week. He obviously kicked the 4 goals. But it was his strength in the contest that was the most impressive thing. He's a big unit. He's a big boy. Bell, and already there, laying that physical tackle, drawing the free kick. He's going to be important tonight against those couple of stronger Collingwood midfielders in Dane Swan and Scotty Pendlebury. If he can hold his own, it'll go a long way to the Blues winning this one.
Coming up 4 goals last week. Career high 25 possessions back in round 1 against the Tigers. This kick is offline. Has it got the depth? I'm not sure. Wood claims the mark inside the field of play, and it's been paid. This will test him.
Time back on.
Wood eyeing the options, not anxious to take this kick.
Back the big fella in, the big ruckman.
He's about to back himself in. And he comes, works around, reverse, slides, through. How about that? Just inside the far post. Well, that's the start they needed. Just a face in the crowd.
Gee, that's a surprising opening goal scorer. Of course, played nearly 50 games as a Collingwood player, 48 games at the Pies. Started with the Lions, West Adelaide boy in South Australia. Good start.
And this is exactly what you want your ruckman to do. You want them on the last line of defence or in that forward line linging. If you're taking marks like that as a ruckman, you're worth your weight in gold. And it's a terrific mark and a terrific finish.
Believe it or not, he's playing against the Pies for the very first time in his career, and he's been around for a while at his 3rd club. So Dwyer to Oxley. Clever kick. He kept it down low, but Tui read it well to Gibbs. Gibbs involved early. Now, that's not a good kick. It was always ambitious. Seedsman, who comes off the Anzac medal, kicks to full forward. Doherty front spot. Blair, Cloak. Well done, Walker getting back. And Doherty happy to run the ball over the line.
Well, that's what Collingwood did well last week against Essendon, just chopped the ball off when the kick went a bit errant. Paul Seedsman did it all week. Last week, he started well, getting that intercept mark already.
Here's Buckley. Got it from Doherty, then cops it up. Swan. Oh, terrible kick. Walker. Pendlebury involved, gave it to Swan. Slapped out of there by Henderson. Who rolls towards the boundary line. Tuvey. No other idea but to get it out of bounds. We've got a boundary throw in right at the interchange gates. Early going on a Friday night. Beautiful Friday night in Melbourne. Grundy has been in stellar form, averaging 16 possessions and 30 hitouts a game this season. Murphy, the meat and the sandwich. High tackle.
Carlton, high tackle. Just here.
He's had a good couple of weeks, Murphy, hasn't he? The big match last week in New Zealand with a medal there. 34 disposals, 30 the week before that. His coach has talked about the fact that he's growing into the leadership. Same draft as Pendlebury, the 2 captains tonight. Both top 5 selections.
I'll tell you what, Mick Malthouse has thrown Mark Wiley in the deep end in his first game for the Blues, sent him to Scotty Pendlebury, and the other matchup looks like it's Taylor Adams getting to the informed Patrick Cripps after his outstanding game last week against the Saints.
So Warnock tries to lay it down. Speak of Cripps, there you go, Lingy. Grundy, Crisp, out wide. He too's been very impressive. Rowe attacked it hard, did really well there. Murphy off a step. So the Blues with the opening goal. Launched himself, Jones. He's been inaccurate. He's had 2 or 3 chances this season to kick 3 or 4, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's had a couple of good starts in games, just hasn't been able to go on with it.
And Duck, you'd hate this. The second he hesitated then, Collingwood were able to get numbers back, whereas Henderson
Too slow.
had a one-on-one contest against Frost.
Walker to a contest as well. Varco. Adams swings it out wide. Volleyed. Dwyer controlled it though. Goes down towards half forward. White on the lead. So White right on the wing. A runner outside. Uses him now. Needs to sit. Oxley's got it okay. Sends it inside the forward 50. In front. Down there. Blair takes a very good mark. Just guarded the drop and took it cleanly. Yet to miss this season. 6 straight goals for the little man.
Called it well, Dan. Just got there to the drop of the ball. That is a strong pair of hands. Dylan Buckley all over him. Strong mark from Jared Blair. Would love to finish this.
So Blair's kick is on the way. Did I, Dick? 7 straight. Collingwood lead. Good little player. Gets the most out of himself week in, week out.
And then they've sort of given up on the fact that he rotates through the midfield. They've really gone back to the original small forward, haven't they?
Yep, a Puopolo.
Yep.
And this is a terrific mark for a little player. We know that he's not tall, but that's strong hands in front of the eyes by Blair. We've already got a player up there that we know can mark the ball in Elliott, so really hard to match up on.
So Blair, good start to this season as that small forward. Warnock terrific to Judd. And then Curnow out of the centre. So the Pies by a point over the Blues. Bell. I know we've said it a million times, but every now and then you think Kuta, don't you, when he races for the ball? Yep. It's impossible not to think about Kuta-Fides at times.
Crisp is also running with Murphy. We know that Crisp is a big-bodied player. Murphy's already had the 3 disposals.
Holding, Carlton free kick.
So Warnock, first game this season at this level. Surprise inclusion, came in for Jamison, sets it up to full forward. Jones engaged early. Curnow read it well, hands okay. Cripps got it off towards Bell and a boundary throw in.
Gee, I worry about Taylor Adams, who's doing the run with roll for Collingwood. He was on Cripps. Cripps has gone forward now, and he's rolled straight over onto Chris Judd. So he's going to be cooked if he has to keep rolling over onto the gun midfielder rather than getting a rest himself.
Well done by Wood. Judd almost. Ramsey out of defence, floats one inside the centre square, falls in front. Elliott still going. Elliott trying to soccer off the ground. Oxley dives in. Blair's in there as well. Tui reaches for the football. Elliott eventually gets it out. Everett. Simpson, not his best effort. Get under that one. They come from everywhere. Jones almost. He started well. Henderson on his knees, going nowhere. Whistle.
Well, that's all you want from your big forwards. Jones, if you're not marking it, at least launch yourself at it. Bring it to a predictable area if you're on ballers to be front and square.
There's that matchup. So the Blues, and here is Judd deciding to retreat. Handball was a bit wayward. Murphy getting back. So he's been busy early and finds Simpson.
Well, there's a few changes in those midfield matchups that I'm not sure Collingwood have quite settled on exactly what they want to do. Crisp was going to Murphy. Now they've moved Adams to Murphy, Crisp to Judd. So they're still getting a feel exactly the balance they want in the midfield. And at the moment, Carlton probably on top in there because they're dictating a lot of the setups and a lot of the matchups through the middle part of the ground.
Right on his limit, you reckon, here, Simpson. He and Tui, the only 2 players that have played in every one of mixed games. As coach of the Blues, is it coming back? It was always to the near side. Scores a level.
Good start then. Goal sack. Very good last week. short to the pocket. Ramsey, an emerging young player. Back to the square. Williams plays on, looking for Grundy, who's marked just outside the defensive 50. Looks towards the middle. Frost says go down the line. Grundy compromises, splits the difference up towards the wing. Jacks almost. Blair got in there. Off the ground, Jacks. No, will sort off. Comes to Swan. Swan looks across the ground, just hanging back out there. Oxley does well again. To paraphrase Mick, Oxley was patient. There goes the ball. Inside the forward 50, clears the pack. Behind it's Doherty with some time. Just jams it on the boot. And finds a teammate in Gibbs. They need something from Gibbs tonight. Murphy has started well.
He has 5 disposals. Buckley likes to run and carry. The handball behind Murphy. So Murphy very busy. Armfield good mark. Protected the ball. Wants to go on to Judd. Does play on quickly. Collingwood with the numbers, so Jones will really have to compete. It was a poor choice in the end. Jones's handball not great. Pendlebury. The Browns handball. It was Jones doing the good work. He gets rid of it. Tuvey paddling. Williams kept his head over it really well. Goldsack, quick hands to the skipper. Pendlebury, time and space. And Pendlebury go in the one sentence, don't they?
Yeah, why was it Scott Pendlebury the only one who felt like he had time and composure there? Just, he's a beautiful player to watch and uses it so well. And they get themselves out of trouble there. Good pressure by the Blues, though. They're building it throughout this quarter.
Elliott decides to run the boundary. Kicks up towards the wing. Jack's got a fist on it. Angles it out of bounds.
Yeah, guys, we saw Dylan Buckley as part of that build-up and thrust from Carlton. He was fantastic in that role last week against St Kilda. He's gone to Varco today, so that's going to be a big challenge for him. Varco's brought a new dimension to Collingwood of this forward 50 pressure, so he's got to get his balance right.
Taken down was Adams, held too long. He's going to get a free kick. Adams,
Back to him now.
just the defensive side of right centre wing.
One of 3 ex-GWS players out there tonight for the two teams. Decides to spread it to Williams. It's been good. Adams just missed one game so far this year for injury. That's a neat looking kick. Well done, Doherty. Armfield, Bell, Doherty kept it in. Good kick, wasn't it? The vision was there. Terrific spoil by Tuvey. And then a great tackle. Judd doesn't quite carry it through.
In the back, Collingwood advantage.
Disappointing there, Judd. They had a real chance. Seedsman on the burst. Good kick. That's a beauty. Varco spills it. Well, the easy bit was the mark, and he couldn't quite. Buckley hacks it out. Oxley. Still with Oxley. Can he deliver again? He does, and finds Dwyer at half forward.
Oxley's been good. Dominating on the outer side. Up ahead, Cloak. 2 goals last week. Dwyer into Mines. Sets it up. They'll compete about 25 metres out from goal. Pendlebury almost. Crisp, the crumb. Hooks. And hooks it too far. Through for a minor score.
No wonder Alan Tuvey is a favourite of all those Collingwood supporters. Look at that. That's double effort there by Alan Tuvey. It should have been a Carlton mark, potentially a Carlton shot at goal as they would have broken free, but Alan Tuvey, well done. Just desperation.
A premiership player under Mick too, one of the 7 out there tonight for the Pies, so they do love him down there, don't they? And the boundary throw-in. A few West Aussies out there tonight, aren't there, for the teams?
Hold that, Peter, Rock. Peter, hold that.
So the Pies by a point. Pretty big crowd, you would think around 70, maybe a touch more.
Warnock works in front. Pendlebury, been lively, off balance. In trouble, Everett. Grundy tackled him, squirts out the back. Curno's over the football, crisp. Curnow did well, got to his feet, firing it out Gibbs. Everett to Judd. Judd goes down towards half forward. Brown came to meet it. Tuvey left it behind. Lurking wide of the pack, Henderson. Goldsack, though, brings him back into the pack, and we'll have a ball up.
They've been hard to score against all year, Collingwood. And the Blues, on the other hand, have coughed up a lot, over 100 points against them in the opening 3 rounds before last weekend. Murphy's been terrific. He can't quite, and he's gone.
Well done, Tom Langdon. Mark Murphy nearly out then. again, we've been talking about that desperation. It's exactly what Langdon just showed then. Just held on, got the free kick.
He's had an amazing start to his career, Langdon. He's played 24 out of a possible 27. He was a lowish draft pick. It's just been terrific. Buckley getting down low, couldn't hang on, then a poor tackle. Dwyer, so Blair with the advantage. Goes to full forward. Cloak, well done, Rowe. Crisp. Now Simpson has to wait. Terrific Mark Oxley coming in from the side. Had the run of it.
He's a handy player.
Straight out.
He's had a handy first opening quarter, hasn't he?
One's good.
Well, you're right, boys. He certainly had the runner, but he was able to just get the jump on Simpson, wasn't he? So just got that little bit extra height, but clever mark, and he's off to a great start. Had the 5 disposals already.
Simpson was anchored, wasn't he? He just couldn't get off. And Oxley kicks the goal. So Collingwood stretched the lead. He had a big game statistically against the Crows, where he had 33 disposals, just his 7th game tonight. And he's provided a lot of run. It was his kick into Blair earlier tonight, so he's had a goal assist and kicked a goal in the opening term off, I guess, off half-back wing. That's where he's playing. Paul Seedsman, the Anzac medalist from last week. So what's his Presto favourite movie? Well, there you go. That's that Braveheart. That's exactly what he was last weekend, wasn't it?
Not a bad movie.
That'll fire you up for a game.
Good bounce back in the middle. Warnock, Cripps, Grundy, quick to recover, get in the contest, and again force the error. Blair, Ramsey sends it out wide, close to the boundary. Swan initially got through the turn, leading back though, and doing pretty well is Tui. Over the top, Cripps again. Releases Murphy into space. So more time around the other side now for the Blues. Kicks to the competition though. Won by Ramsey twice there. Murphy kept coming. Standing in his road, Langdon. Hand pass over the top from Ramsey. Run down is the first game of Wiley, making his debut for Carlton tonight. Of course, grade 12 for GWS.
Run him up. Good footy. Good tackle. Thank you.
Very slow to get up. And I think, Bruce, I speak for both of us. First gamers, when they make their debut for any team, should have hair like that.
I'm over the shoulder. Carlton. Carlton.
No,
Mark Murphy still having a bit of trouble with that hand. Maybe a finger. Yeah, looks like a dislocated finger. Pops it back in and gets on with play.
G. Jones, big fly at the back. Curnow brought down. Brown having a really good season, Brown. Oxley having a really good match, and now Adams kicking to half forward. White's got some space here on Jacks. Goes back inside to Elliott, who can kick a goal. He straightens up and doesn't quite get the angle. He looked to give it off. So here's the Murphy injury.
He looks okay now. I think he's got it put back in. By the looks of the way he took it, I think that one might have popped out a few times over his career.
Tui. Oh, terrific grab by Goldsack. Launched himself at the footy. Oxley again, racking them up. 55 metres out, long down towards full forward. Hit the post. Of that bit.
Because Swan has pushed forward and Tui has gone to him, arguably Carlton's best defender. So they obviously recognise Dane Swan's as potent up forward as he is in the midfield.
Doherty, short of the wing. Curnow read it nicely. Cripps in space. Armfield runs. Judd is on for the short one. Well done, cross. Peeled off. Came up sensing the danger, smothered the kick. Terrific.
He was so good at that last week, wasn't he? Leaving his opponent, coming up, putting pressure on the ball carrier. Did it again then.
That's 3 times now. Frost, Langdon and Tuvey. Just a little chop off, what we call the 1%ers. Executing it beautifully. Collingwood, if they can have some more composure at goal, they'll get a pretty handy lead going into quarter time.
Yeah, 6 shots to 2. They've stopped the Blues a couple of times, or 3 times from really coming in. Chris kicked to full forward. Well done at the back, Jacks. Curnow. Good tackle. Getting him down Cloak. Hand by Rowe was good. Buckley prepared to run the gauntlet. Murphy getting a lot of ball out wide. Bill quickly on. Now, here's a 50-50 footy. It's a poor kick coming forward. Jones couldn't do a lot about it. Tuvey was clever enough, and Collingwood hold them up again at half-back, as they've done on a number of occasions in this opening quarter. So, well, that's pretty remarkable. And more than a third of them have been at this ground. So, it's just another amazing fact about the long career.
Everett leads in the race. Let's sit for him now. Lost it as a result. Williams in trouble. Incorrect disposal.
Carlton.
Everett there, making amends. About 75 metres out. First thought is to go back towards the middle. Now drives it inside the forward 50. Judd is there, used the body, didn't touch the footy. Langdon went to ground. Judd hurries back and the ball rolls out of bounds. It's a night for stats about Michael Malthouse, of course. He's coached against 94 different coaches since his first game. 94 says something about coaching too, doesn't it?
Remarkable.
Tossed in, knocked down by Warnock. Cripps fires one out. Well done. Deep in the pocket. Everett looks back towards the middle. Armfield goes back, almost the mark. Spilt it. Coming up is Bell. Loose ball. Seedsman, half opportunity. Still Seedsman over it. Whistle.
Back.
Oh, wow. It's a bit lucky, but still,
Jump
it
off him
looks
now. Paid a free kick
the
for in
end
the
as
back
perhaps
because
it
you're laying on
was.
top of him. Clear it out. Clear it out.
Gee,
Clear it
Everett
out
was
behind.
probably in a scoring position there, was he? I mean, I know he did the team thing, but he took the ball a long way away from goal.
Well, it's a little bit,
A little bit too unselfish.
Yeah. Exactly right. You have to have a shot there. If you look to the
Yep.
top of the square and they're all manned up, take the onus upon yourself and have a shot.
Got to take their chances, the Blues, don't they? And they haven't done that so far. Cripps good. Tui. Simpson on the wrong side for him, so he had to concede. Rowe. Now, can they make some ground here?
This is where they have to be clean, because this is where Collingwood has been very good so far in this quarter, cutting this play off.
Well, good kick to Wood. Gee, Wood really should have done better. He kicked the opening goal. He got caught underneath it. He had a long time to time it properly. Trying to make amends here. Grundy.
Have it holding the man. Collingwood. Collingwood free kick. Pendlebury. 40. Number 40. Paul Seedsman.
Paul Seedsman's free.
I think they'd know his number after he won the Anzac medal.
They knew the number.
Knew the number.
Drives it long down towards half forward. In from the side, Galt almost. Simpson knocks it towards the boundary. Could have almost been his free. Wood, Buckley, now Gibbs. Out of the back pocket. High ball very close to the boundary line. Launching himself. The Anzac medalist takes a very good grab. Eyes only for the footy Seedsman. Looks back inside the forward 50. Dwyer's in space, ignores that. Dwyer will run to the front of the pack. Now it's against Cloak. Tackling Rowe as the ball was coming in.
No, you can't just drag goal out the way.
Quite well already, Rowe. He's getting good body position on Cloak, and you see there, just got good, strong position, feet to the ground, and Cloak had to throw him out of the way.
And paid the penalty. Buckley running out of ideas, end space, and then runs into his teammate. So this is untidy. Seedsman's got a long leg, we know that. Straight back to a dangerous zone. Wood decides not to try and mark.
Duck. Well, he dropped the sitter before, Lingy, out on the wing, and that's probably why he went the punch. You have to have the confidence to go for that. I mean, you're all on your own. Put your hands up. You're the biggest guy on the ground. You have to take those marks.
Grundy in front. Wood knocks it down. Pendlebury, Swan, famous names. Seedsman, Pendlebury. Now Goldsack finds a way through. Will go at goal from 50. Long kick. That's a beauty. Well worked. Collingwood created their own space. Good player, Tyson Goldsack. Loved his game last week. Not a lot of possession, but he is the consummate team player, as they say.
Set up on him.
Well, Tyson Goldsack's a player who just commits to his role, whatever it is, every single week, whether it's up forward, whether it's down back, and he would love this. That is great finish by Goldsack. Only his 48th career goal. A very important one, though, getting close to quarter time.
And famously, he kicked the opening goal in the replay of the grand final when he came in for Leon Davis. He took 5 intercept marks last week on what you were saying. He can do lots of things. So now Collingwood getting reward for their domination here. Ramsey's kicked to half forward. I mean, Carlton have had some chances. It's just been so untidy, the Blues, making elementary mistakes. Jones is... The stat sheet doesn't say much, but I feel like he's had a presence.
Well, he's launched himself for the contest. He probably wouldn't have normally gone for that one, Bruce, but he launched and he got it.
Bell, Warnock's never going to get to this, so Frost to mop up. And the Pies lead it by 15 points. Spreads it well, Frost.
Exquisite kick. Dwyer, right half back. Grundy needs to turn around. Oh, what a wonderful mark by Wood. Degree of difficulty, about 9.5. Gives it to Murphy. Gets a hand pass forward. Simpson. Well, a little bit slow, and taken down was Wiley. Well, Collingwood ambitiously take the advantage. Tooby gave it across to Adams. Adams kicks it out wide towards left half forward. Elliott, can he burn Doherty off? I doubt it. And the ball goes out of bounds.
Well done by Cameron Wood then. We said he needed to stand under the ball earlier and take the mark back himself, not just punch. He did so then, going back with the flight. Really good to see.
He's had an eventful opening term, hasn't he? Cruiser, I think, is playing this weekend in the VFL. That was the plan earlier in the week anyway.
Hope he gets a good run at it now, Matty Cruiser.
Yep. Cripps. Blair. Kicked the opening goal for Collingwood. A bit unlucky there. I thought Doherty might have got into his back, and now he's in trouble.
Done it. Carlton.
So we know the consequences.
Sam Doherty's been one of the real positives for the Blues so far this season. Limited pre-season last year and still had a good year, but you can see a fitter Sam Doherty can really play football.
Defensive kick to centre wing. Jones again to launch. Frost at the back. And Curnow front and centre and a ball up.
Well, the Carlton ruckmen really have a task ahead of them tonight. Grundy's one of the informed ruckmen in the competition, but Robbie Warnock, after getting the late call-up's been pretty good. The 8 hit-outs forward to advantage, so they're working him hard. They're going to have to double-team him to tire him over for the rest of the night.
Wood just kept the running there. Oxley's been outstanding.
Got it from Blair. Kicks inside the forward 50. Rowe goes back. Does pretty well to find it. Well, they come from everywhere. And eventually, no contest, out of bounds, boundary throwing.
Not a lot of finesse with Big Rowie, is there? When he wins the ball, it's almost just get it out of my area. He's not going to look for any short targets.
Grundy and Wood fighting out of a crouch. Grundy decisively. Ellard, though's got it. Ramsey left it behind. Murphy slaps it wide. Will it stay in? Arriving quickly as Goldsack, and he takes it across the line. Tui anxious to get back out there. Ellard comes off.
In the dying seconds of the opening term, so the Blues got the opening goal. Collingwood have really had the best of it since then. Grundy, well done, and then Adams sharking in the right spot, gets it back to about 60 metres. Dwyer did well. Elliott, good looking kick, brilliant kick to Pendlebury. And the captain decides to do the unselfish thing, and Dwyer kicks their 4th goal. Collingwood are going to finish the opening term on a high here. Well, a goal from not much really, but a brilliant kick.
What a kick it was to Scotty Pendlebury. I just want you to keep an eye on something off the screen. Jamie Elliott and Dwyer, we might not see it on this one, they're running down towards the goals. I thought Elliott might have given a bit of a shove in the back to Sam Rowe. Maybe he was acting a little bit. We don't quite see it there. But great finish, great ball use. That's been the difference so far this quarter. Collingwood have just used the ball better. They've put pressure on, and when they have won it, they've used it really well. Just want to check this. Nah, nothing wrong with that. I know I was a little bit off the ball, but you're allowed to do that.
Dying seconds then. Wood smothered off the boot. Wanders down towards half forward. Jones working hard in there with Oxley. Oxley a fine first term. There's been no orphan at quarter time. Collingwood a 4-4-28. Carlton a 1-1-7. On Friday Night Football. Jamison. And the Blues with some work to do. That's a good bounce. On the way down, Warnock. Gibbs knocks it to his own advantage. Back to Judd. Breaks away. Sends it inside the forward 50. Brown did well. angled it away. Frost in trouble, tackled by Bell. The umpire. So Bell with a chance to score from here, only about 40 metres out.
Easy, guys. Watch it.
History repeats, Den. Start of the first quarter, Tom Bell, that forward pressure. Got the holding the ball, got a shot at goal. Didn't finish that one. Important that he finishes this one. Just really fill his teammates with a lot of confidence. Frost just held onto it that bit long, but this is what he does. Tommy Bell brings his heart and soul to every single game. Finish with a goal would be so important.
Huge kick, this one. Carlton in trouble. Needs to kick truly. Kick start there. Oh. Wow. Just sneaks it through for a behind. Not a good effort. 20 points off the pace at the moment, and he's not happy.
Well, they just don't. Well, they haven't got the ball inside 50 often enough to have shots like that. But the pressure was good. That's what they have to do. They have to hold the ball in their forward half for longer.
Seedsman to Pendlebury and Swan. Swanee uncharacteristically a fumble. Wiley didn't see a lot of him in the opening term.
Seedsman carrying on his form from last week, winning the Anzac Day medal. He's had 10 disposals already 200 metres gained. Last week he gained 800 metres, which is a big stat in current AFL football.
Gee, Pendlebury was good there, getting the ball to Oxley, who starred in that opening term. Flat chat out at White, couldn't hang on to it. Walker's kick into a dangerous spot. There's a big ball, and Oxley seems to be everywhere here. He can kick a second goal. He's kicked one and hit the post, and this, well, he's missed. But he's got a taste for it, hasn't he?
It's been busy. Tui to himself then, outside the defensive 50. Over the top, Ellard, the little man, jumped high. Tuvey traps the ball initially and then battles with Doherty. Brown, the third man in. Looking over his shoulder there, it's Mick in front, of course, and Dr. Jeffrey Edelston in the background.
So Warnock and Grundy. Good effort by Chris there on Jay. Just kept him out of the play.
Well, she just mentioned Paul Seedsman and his form. Carlton have identified that as well and have sent Ed Curnow to play as basically as a defensive forward, maybe wingman on him when he pushes up the ground, just to stop that influence, that metres gained that Welshie was talking about.
Gibbs read Grundy well. Good tackle by Brown, just held it up. Henderson's been quiet, puts the tackle on goal. Sack. On again. Kick 5 last week. Henderson after a slow start. There's the Curnow match-up with Seedsman. He's got such running power, Seedsman, hasn't he? And kicks it a long way. An emerging player, Swan. Tuvey can't get through. Carlton hanging on.
I did love listening to Seedsman talk last week just about the dream come true. A Collingwood supporter had been along and watched as a supporter of those Anzac Day games, to then be running around playing in it and winning the medal. What a special feeling that was for him.
Chad Hutt against the boundary line, only as far as Frost. Rookie listed player. Didn't miss a game last season. Just growing in stature back there. Comes across to Langdon. It's ball from Brown. Kick along the wing. Now Williams has got the run of it, and they clear a path for him. Has the bounce. That's ambitious. Run down from behind by Armfield. Armfield is quick.
Dennis, back here.
Williams is quick too, but not quick enough.
It's a good chase, wasn't it? Gave him a fair start. Ellard. Can the Blues make something of it? This is where they've really failed. Kicks to half forward. Henderson launches. Goal. Williams. Armfield. Gibbs. Couldn't get any space to kick it, so belted the ball forward. Swan deep in the back half. Bill got rid of him and now might soccer a goal, and he does. Well, Swanee brushed aside. That doesn't happen very often. And that's what he did. Swanee looked to have control. Wasn't sure whether he was going to bend down to pick it up, but basically a goal from nothing is just what the Blues needed right now. So Bell's had a couple of shots, a couple of disappointing results. He gets on the board in a slightly unusual way. So the Blues bring it back. So sort of back to a manageable stage.
And it's been 2 pressure acts now by Bell. We had a tackle, he got a shot at goal, then pressure on Swan just to make sure he knew someone was there and had the composure to kick the ball off the ground.
Swanee will be filthy with that. He does not like getting beaten in a contest.
So the margin 15 points. Warnock had to wait. Grundy came over the top. Crisp with the run of it. Wiley in his hip pocket. Crisp played it pretty well to Pendlebury. Brilliant hand pass to Adams in space. Back it comes to Langdon running off half back. Lovely finish. Cloak on the lead. Doesn't get more clinical than that.
Put him down as a certainty from here, Doug.
Well, this is his distance, isn't it? He doesn't have to think about too much from here. Just goes back and kicks through the footy. I think just back to Swanee, he obviously had his ankle injury, just not great over the footy then, was he?
Cloak right on the numbers. He's pulled it through for a minor score. So Collingwood may regret some missed opportunities. 4-6. They lead by 16, but they dominated the game.
It was a terrific build-up, wasn't it? Tui, look at this. This is a massive barrel right to the heart of the centre square.
Down, it's Collingwood.
A disappointing result for the Blues. They had 2-1 in the push-out. So Cloak a little further from goal, loads it up, kicks to full forward. Galt getting a run at it. Good hands there by Simpson, just getting in. Buckley, bit slow to release. Cripps quickly belting out. Now Wood's got to set himself here. Henderson at the back. Armfield been busy enough. Goes back with a hot handball. Cripps did well. Wood, free kick. No, well done Brown, not paid. Wood couldn't quite get down. Brown's second effort, terrific. Wood did well, though. Bell had it smothered. There's Tuvey again, doing the little 1%ers. Kicking to full forward in the front top goal. Wiley run down. He's been caught holding the ball once tonight. Ball up. He might have been lucky.
Oh, might have dodged one there, Bruce. Good call. This is Tyson Goldsack. Just copped the foot in the back and, wow, just ended up off balance.
Very
lucky not to get hurt.
Adams, 35 metres out, kicks a goal. Out of nothing, just a good tap, and suddenly, I think it was a good tap. I was sort of looking down towards the square at that time, but the replay will show whether Grundy put it down his throat or not. Not always the way these days with ruck play. 36 plays 14, Collingwood, and that's a big goal.
Just a really well orchestrated forward 50 stoppage. Great hands by Scotty Pendlebury. Taylor Adams, excellent finish. 4 of their 5 goals now, Collingwood, have come from stoppages. They are executing them perfectly.
Get back to that big-ish lead they had at quarter time, basically. Cripps, Wood, they spread it okay. Everett, they had Murphy wide, decided not to go there. Kicks the ball very, very wide. Ramsey, and with him, Hillard and a boundary throw-in.
Goldsack's just come off to the bench, just getting a bit of work off the physio. Come off and just acted out a bit of hyper extension. They don't seem too phased. I'm sure he'll be back on, just freeing up the lower back now.
Saw Grundy being worked on as well, so White to do the ruck work against Wood. It's Goldsack. So the Blues pushing forward here.
White does well. Adams just straight up in the air. Murphy, half chance, hacks it out of there, not 15. Ramsey went to ground. Swan to Crisp. Crisp out of defence then, sends it towards the outer side wing. Elliott's been well held so far, considering the amount of ball they've had. The boundary throw in. Michael Malthouse has never beaten Nathan Buckley head-to-head as coaches. But linked in the past, certainly. In controversy. This kid's getting better and better. Ramsey on the burst through half-back, kicks down towards half-forward. Cloak almost didn't stick. Dwyer, Varco, 55 metres out. Varco, why there, you wonder? And the ball runs out of bounds.
So they pushed it wide, haven't they? Probably had a chance to really attack the goal face, Varco.
Well, Collingwood's forward line, when they're moving it that quickly, looks so open. You'd love them to just go straighter at it and use that space that they've got.
It was a shallow throw in, and Seedsman, good tackle though. Cripps, Everett, Doherty, heavy traffic, they've done well. Murphy to Judd. So the Blues are around here. Now Judd's got a man out wide. Walker, not sure why he didn't handball Juddy there. Put Walker under the pump. Walker did well. Has to get a quick kick forward. Henderson, Williams, Gibbs. Good tackle, Williams. Just ragdolled Gibbs, really. And Gibbs had it snatched away. Varco, Williams, wide to Adams. And then Adams, who's kicked a goal a moment ago, off that step, gets back to Seedsman. Seedsman down the line.
Rowe took a swing at it, missed it, arriving quickly as Tui. Blair was waiting. Boundary throw in. Great tackle. And the one motion stripped him of the footy. Players getting very good at that. And from the wrong angle, it looks as though you've tossed it away, just dropped it. Judd. Doherty hacking his way through, did well, keeps going. Eventually, though, too many Collingwood players around him. Swan, Pendlebury, Tuvey goes down towards half forward. Wayward kick, though, and Jacks marks it out of bounds on the full.
And Carlton haven't been able to move it from here all night. Just their half-back line. Collingwood have defended them perfectly, forced this kick all throughout the game so far.
Walker, one of the flyers. Elhard trying to break the line.
Guys, thank you.
They're going man-on-man, Collingwood are, ahead of the ball, which is making it hard for Carlton to find that loose man. We saw it last week. They forced Essendon to kick short and kick wide and brought them unstuck. They're playing a similar game tonight.
So Elhard just had to hack it out. Andrew Welsh, our boundary rider tonight. Perfect conditions, Welsh. He's still balmy. It was a beautiful day today.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely beautiful down here. No breeze at all. The ball's not that sticky as yet. I reckon as a bit of dew will come on as it gets a little bit colder, but it's absolutely beautiful for footy.
It's always beautiful in Melbourne, Welshie. What are you talking about?
I know, Bruce.
Wiley, Judd toe poking.
Grundy bounces at about 20 metres. Now acceleration comes from Seedsman, takes them on. Good hard running, kicks inside the forward 50. Elliott goes back. There wasn't paid a mark. Off the deck, didn't need the mark. He puts it through. Jamie Elliott, quick thinking. Well, he's been shrouded in controversy the last couple of weeks, but that worked out okay.
That's why it's a hard matchup too, Den, isn't he? He can take a mark on your shoulders, but he can do that sort of stuff as well.
He reminds me of Bryce Gibbs' dad, actually.
Yeah, Ross. Yeah. He was mercurial too, wasn't he?
I'll say.
It's out, boys. One in.
Well, Duck, at the moment, Paul Seedsman is just playing with supreme confidence, isn't he? The run and just backing himself. Beautiful user of the footy as well.
And that's the difference between the two sides. When Collingwood win a stoppage, they have time and space to use the footy. The Blues seem rushed when they win a stoppage.
So the Blues, with their backs to the wall, they might need a bit of that Braveheart that Seedsman loves. So quick kick forward from Wiley. And nice mark. So the Blues with a chance here. Cripps, what did he have? 23 contested disposals in the 33 last week, which was for an under 21-year-old in rare air, wasn't it?
There it is.
It was a great game last week, and that was a really clever mark, and that's what I'm talking about. It was a rush kick by the Blues, but at least it was to a dangerous spot.
Mick Malthouse talked about in pre-match being a cousin of Chris Mayne, wearing one of the great warriors for the Eagles. With Malthouse, he runs around to try and get the angle right, kicks to fall forward, the Blues taking a mark, not quite, and rush through for a behind.
They're fighting so hard for these opportunities and these shots at goal, Carlton. They just have to nail them. Tommy Bell, a couple from those great tackles, wasted those opportunities. They're not going to get many. They're not getting many inside 50s at the moment, only 12 so far. They have to kick their goals.
Goalsack goes out wide, seems to be okay. He's kicked the goal tonight. Williams combining there with Frost. Runs outside the defensive 50. Not a good kick, though, and Rowe comes up to take the defensive mark.
Lingy is always going to be a concern for the Blues tonight. Where was their goal power going to come from? Kaz bowled out. They need a couple of the young guys to nail their options and nail their chances when they get them.
Margin 27 points. Langdon launches from behind that pack and thumps it out of bounds.
And just on that, Welshie, their main forward, Lockie Henderson, is yet to touch the footy. So they need to find a way to get him into the game. Even if it's just a couple of possessions up the ground to give him a bit of confidence, he can't get near it.
So Warnock at the back of Grundy. Judd running hard onto it. Held up. Well done, Oxley. Judd did well, though. Well, the ball was just out, apparently. So that's stiff for the Blues. He's working hard, Judd, back in the team. Not sure exactly why he didn't go to Wellington.
Once again, it's not a great entry, though, is it? It's to the boundary. Judd went out of bounds, but it's just that quick kick to the top of the square. There's no real clean entry or fluency in their play.
I think Jamie Elliott's was a touch further out last week, Duck.
To your Sterling, Blair, Pendlebury, good tackle. Curnow got him down. Walker banging the ball back in. So here's a 2-on-2. Jones, Cripps, can he get a handball away? He made it hard for Bell. Frost and Bell, and that was out on the full. No boundary throw in. She's a good competitor, Frost. I know he got caught earlier tonight, but
if there was a stat for leaving your opponent and helping your teammates, I reckon he'd be leading that in the AFL. He really does back himself.
Doug, I hope there's not one of those.
These days, I reckon there is.
Yeah.
Adams goes after the footy.
All right, Collingwood. Just be
Gets a
careful
free
coming
kick.
in like
He's been
that,
busy in this term. Taylor Adams wants to go. Sends it towards the outer side, and Brown. This defence is very good, very workmanlike. Invariably, they do the right thing. High ball towards the wing. Now, White is not attacking this one too well. Just trotted out towards the outer side. Jacks, as a result, bringing up the rear, got the footy. White fumbled now. Jacks dives in. Jacks is over the football, trying to push it across to support, but nothing doing. Cripps standing over them, and the ball up on the outer side. 15 plays 42.
Right out. There it is. 1 metre. Ready? 1 metre. Ready? 1 metre.
Grundy battles with Warnock. Third man up was White. Does well. Improvises. Buckley. Timely push there from Dwyer. Gets it across to Ramsey. Ramsey down towards half forward. Cloak low down.
Stay there.
1-on-1 in the square. Elliott makes them nervous. Gets away. Takes the mark. Well, Doherty was in no man's land 5 metres in front of him.
And you know why that was the case, Dennis, was the fact Travis Cloak's kick was outstanding. You see, leading up hard, low mark by Travis Cloak. He just wheeled and went, and where he's placed this ball is just forced Jamie Elliott to go at it. Elliott lent on Doherty. Great kick by Travis Cloak. Gave Elliott every single chance to mark that footy.
Got one about 4 minutes ago. Kicks another. Collingwood rolling now, ominously rolling. Lively forward. Brings so much to the table, doesn't he? That's the problem, trying to shut him down with one man. Doherty is a good player. We like him, but he was looking initially at Elliott, but he's back to the kicker. Well, that's not going to cut it, I don't think.
it's been a good form. Elliott, 6 goals in his last 2 matches. He has kicked 5 against the Blues before. Where's a famous number at Collingwood, number 5. And the Pies are away here now.
Look, Collingwood. Jump straight into him. Jump straight into him, arms out. Thank you, that's it. Play on.
Grundy, the recipient.
Play on.
Adams so busy. Langdon, good mover. Kicks to full forward. Cloak's in a great spot.
Stand off.
Oh,
Stand off. Play on.
So technically correct. Rowe looking for Warnock. Jones, big fly at the back. Bell. So nothing out of Henderson, not much out of anyone really forward. Kick's gone nowhere. They're just not playing the percentages. They're not playing smart footy at all. Tuvey is, though. That's a good kick. And Adams building and building here. What a good pickup he's going to be for the Pies. Ambitious kick to his captain, but he spreads them. He does. And Oxley kicks to full forward.
oh.
And hits the post for the second time. You got stats on that, Dan?
We're not on world record pace, I can tell you that, Bruce. That's only 2.
Individual, okay.
Oh, I see. Yes. Always the team man, me. Ball goes towards the outer side. Here's Williams. How many did we see on Anzac Day? 27? Here's Ramsey. Lays it off. Pendlebury. Comes back towards the middle. Langdon. They know when to go forward, these Collingwood defenders. Langdon for the second time drives it inside the forward 50. Jacks out manoeuvred by Galt. played by Curnow. Jacks, hurried kick outside the defensive 50. Collingwood with the numbers at ground level and in the air, as it turned out. Goldsack took the mark over his teammate Grundy. 60 metres out. They're pushing now, Collingwood. Kick inside the forward 50.
A real hot spot, isn't it? Cloak terrific there. Took about 3 with him. And the ball's still not out.
Carlton have got to find something, a plan B or a plan C coming out of their defensive 50, because this could get ugly otherwise. Nearly taking those marks. Travis Cloak gave away a free kick before us. There's a blood rule to the Pies here. I think it's Oxley just coming off with a bit of a cut, but it could get very, very ugly if Carlton just keep bombing it back.
They just don't have Collingwood numbers, do they? No, they do not have any time, space. They're all rush kicks out of their defensive 50 and rush kicks from stoppages as well. It's not just out of their defence, whereas Collingwood just has so much time and space.
Look at all those metres gained there. Coming off half back, Collingwood are just destroying them at the moment.
being held. Collingwood.
This makes it a little worse again. And I think it was Wiley. He was the closest one to him. So Pendlebury being held. Let's see. No. Okay. Don't know.
I didn't see anything there. Let's have a look here. Oh, the tug of the jumper.
Yep.
That's what they look for. They say when they see the sail of the jumper, they automatically go for the whistle.
So that angle showing that. So Pendlebury, pretty skillful player, this bloke. You'd back him 9 out of 10 from here. And that's the one that you didn't want to be on. So there you go.
From a bloke called Wiley, we expected more, didn't we?
When you used to hate those ones at a tag, you work that hard and just give a little tug at the jumper and the umpire picks it up pretty quickly.
Don't know what you're talking about, Welshie. I never held on to them, ever.
Me either.
How did you keep up, Ling?
To himself. And drives it short of the wing. Warnock didn't touch the footy. It runs free at the back. Cripps can't pick it up. Langdon right in his hip pocket. The ball goes out of bounds. Grundy slow to get up. He's going to be a very good player, Grundy.
Well, that hurts.
Yeah, that's courage going back. Just 21 years of age. What an upside. Involved in the Wellingham trade. He was the pick exchanged. It became the ruckman for Collingwood. Behind the pack, a chance for Blair. Took the longer option. Well done, crisp. Swan. Well, that was ambitious. Bell went down. Murphy quick hands. Gibbs missed the footy. Back to Murphy. Two sons of guns up towards the wing, and it's pushed across by Brown.
Oxley's just going down to the rooms now, guys, after coming off with that blood rule. A nice cut under the right eye. So he'll be going down for some stitches and be back out. He's been terrific tonight. 12 disposals and the 6 inside 50s.
4 shots on goal. So really remarkable opening half for him. Not quite out Ramsey. Adams and Seedsman, another star for Collingwood again tonight. Kicks to a 1-on-1. Good defensive work by Walker. Elliott confidently. Simpson good. Got a shove in the back. Tui, Simpson, Curnow, Adams. Strong tackle. Ball not quite out. Judd fishing for it. And I think a ball up. Just on the umpires for a moment. They are wearing armbands tonight. A lot of people have been wondering why. Well, Brian Pratt, a 2-time goal umpire in grand finals, passed away this week. So it's memory of a former colleague.
Gibbs in the grasp towards the wing, knocked away by Brown. Armfield's in front. The ball goes out of bounds. Just checking those umpires tonight too. Rosebery, Hosking and Ryan.
I just wonder if now they swing a few things around. Maybe at half-time, Lockie Henderson goes back. He hasn't touched the footy up forward. Send him back. Maybe he does a job on a Travis Cloak and just releases a bit of run as well. Just to throw a few different things at Collingwood, because what's happening now is not working.
Grundy did brilliantly. Kick in from Crisp, missed by Cloak. Scrambles after it. He knows it's in there somewhere. Tui can't get out. Gyrating, and we'll have a ball up.
Getting a lot of one-on-ones, Cloak, with Rose. So Rose actually doing quite a good job. When Cloak has space, he's leading into that space and getting some uncontested marks. But in the one-on-ones, he's doing well.
Yeah, that's a really good point. You're right. Leave Rowe on him and perhaps put Henderson as that second one who can come across and help out a bit.
Margin 35 points then. Ellard's over the football. Jones now has got it. Ramsey's got him, and we'll have a ball up. Jackson Ramsey His dad, Paul, was an Australian baseballer and played league football for West Perth.
It's a bit of talent, isn't it? So Judd, well done to Gibbs, possibly high, not pay.
Oh.
Crisp. Oh, he's a high hurdler, Crisp. Doherty, good hands. Simpson under the pump, did well. Jacks. Well. Blair spinning. Swan dangerous. Varco can straighten up, hooks it around the body. White takes a good mark. And then White comes back inside, all too easy. And Galt is going to get an easy shot on goal. Well,
all too easy is right, Bruce, what you said, because Carlton have got basically all of their numbers in that defensive 50 because we've been living in that part of the ground, but still they can find a way to get uncontested possessions and marks inside 50.
There's a couple of blue players that are having an awful opening half. Galt kicks the goal. Collingwood marching away here.
Eight plays 2-3. And it feels worse than that.
Yeah. Well, couldn't believe that Henderson hasn't got near it. And Jacks is just absolutely struggling.
Nothing for Henderson.
No.
Well, that's how both sides are lining up. The straight line towards goal. It's working for Collingwood. Not working so well for the Blues at the moment.
Galt taking the turn on the footy with the run here too. Warnock won it decisively. Judd kicks it out of the middle. Armfield came at the footy. Stubbed wide to the Ramsey, just growing in stature, but an awkward kick. And now a chance for Murphy, getting across his goal sack. May have been Bennett to soccer it still. Ramsey on the assist. Brown kicks it towards the outer side. Look out for Swan. Just ghosting across in front of the pack, took the mark.
Good call, Dan. Kicks to Dwyer.
It's that back six of Collingwood just holding up every time. I thought Carlton were going to sneak a goal there from a turnover, but again, they just scramble, they get the turnover, and now they're attacking again.
Pendlebury. It's just not holding up, it's the rebound,
it's launching as well, yeah, you're right.
So the Pies having a terrific second term. Crisp almost after Galt's kick. Doherty hacking forward, just wanting the right bounce. Henderson hasn't touched it yet. Williams getting back. Gee, Frost is having some sort of a season, isn't he? Short by Williams. Swan starting to build. Talked about his affection for his former coach prior to the match. He'd love nothing better than have a big night tonight against him.
Not 15.
So he's racking them up. He's had 30 disposals 99 times, Swanee.
Well, he's well on his way again tonight, but fascinating to hear that his career, of course, might have been over after only 3 games if Mick Malthouse hadn't have stepped in and said he'd back him in and make him into a player and make him into a better person, and very happy that he did that.
Galt, a high ball, clears the pack, unforgivable. Elliott out the back then, storming towards goal. Question of accuracy, lines up and hit the post.
He'd already given Jared Blair the high five. He thought it was home too, Dan.
Premature celebration. There's Wiley. Left half back, clock is running down to half time. Lopsided affair so far. Adams comes back with courage, met solidly by Jones. We've got a whistle. There's a Carlton free kick.
In the back for Jones. I guess a lot of people out there think Jamie Elliott might have had a bit of luck in the last couple of weeks anyway, so a bit of misfortune maybe that he's having a fine first half. Jones has had a shank, I reckon, down the line. Frost and Henderson gets a feel of the Sharon, but just off the shin, eh? A shinny. Just can't impose himself. It's been a really disappointing effort by the Blues. Collingwood have been terrific. Warnock. Judd's battled well. Grundy. Blair looking for high, getting high.
No. no advantage. Play and stop. Okay, go through. Mike's over here, Bryce. Jared! Come round. There he goes.
Blair, who kicked the Pies opener. So the Blues have got the opening goal in both of the terms, and then it's all been Collingwood. Kick 4 in the opening, they've kicked 4 in this one, and they have a massive lead just before half-time.
And it's been Collingwood right across the ground. We've said their defence has held up well. Their midfield has been very strong, and they've got numerous options going forward. Travis Cloke hasn't kicked a goal yet. Must be pleasing Nathan Buckley.
Difficult ball there for Dwyer, knocked it on the ground. Collingwood didn't play that too well. Simpson, Murphy, little shimmy, Warnock. High one, hangs in the air a long time, tailor-made for the defenders. At the back, Jones tackled by Brown, taken down, slow to release, came back to Jones. Brown has still got him. Maybe credited with just one tackle.
He is strong.
We'll have a ball up. So just outside the 50, virtually on the siren. Grundy knocks it down. Terrific by Collingwood. Half-time at the MCG on Friday Night Football. Collingwood 8-9-57.
A few moments ago, as we're about to start the second half here at the Melbourne Cricket Ground.
Margin 42 points then. Stunning first half by Collingwood. So disciplined. Warnock, Pendlebury taken down strongly. Judd touched off the boot. It bounces down towards half forward and Bell. And pass stifled there by Dwyer. Seedsman dives in. Langdon got a hand to that one. Goes after it again. Cripps over the football for Carlton. And we've got a whistle. In his 715 games, Michael Malthouse has never come back from 7 goals down at half-time. But then again, record-breaking night tonight. Who knows? Here's Judd.
Getting a bit of it early here to full forward. Wood, well-read Tuvey. Good tackle, though, by Armfield. Bell, Oxley, who's outstanding in the opening half. And then off the ground by Jones. And in mid-air and a behind.
Enterprising start to this third quarter by the Blues. The big stat for me at half-time, I know we all love our stats, is Collingwood dominated the possessions, but they had double the number of tackles than Carlton, 25 to 50 tackles to the Pies. That's just so disappointing by Carlton. When the opposition's got the ball and you've got more of an opportunity to tackle them, Carlton just did not do it. That's something they need to lift in, bring the pressure to Collingwood, try and get control back of those contests.
So crisp on the end of that. Dwyer the target. Working Tui around a bit. Back to Ramsey. Lovely little sidestep. This team is just growing in confidence, isn't it? Beautiful kick to Cloke. Cloke up the ground. Now he sets it up. Galton, Grundy, Gold red at best. 2 Carlton players flying. White's on the end of it, and Collingwood getting the first goal of the second half.
How often has that happened where the ball has just come to the back of the pack, and it's unforgivable?
Same thing happened in the second term about 3 times. 2 Carlton defenders flying for the same ball, Denon, over the back. It's hard to imagine a team playing as poorly as this on a night like tonight. It really is. Collingwood are good.
Thanks, Robbie.
And this is just unforgivable here. And I guess you got a very good player in Chris Judd. You just have to make sure you get handed ball. That's got to go out of bounds or at least to the front. Never get over the back.
You get taught that as a junior, don't you? Bring the ball to the front in the defence. Don't let it get to the back.
Wiley wrestled down. Judd sends it long inside the forward 50. Wood knocked it forward. Langdon, crisp in space, runs away. Spears a pass. White growing in confidence to start this term. Back to Crisp. Dangerous kick. Cloke. Okay.
Nice run by Jack Crisp. Used the ball beautifully twice. Just the hit-up lead to Jesse White. Got it back. This one under a little bit more pressure. Gave it to Cloke's advantage. Good strong grab by Travis Cloke, but well done, Jack Crisp.
Nathan Buckley, we just heard him a couple of minutes ago say they didn't fill their boots in the first half. They need to make the most of their opportunities, and Tell you what, you wouldn't mind playing in this Collingwood forward line right at the moment. Just so much space. The on-ballers have so much time to deliver the footy.
Well, around the AFL, the odds are good from here, but sometimes with Travis, the goods are odd. We're about to find out what happens next. Runs across the numbers. That's a bit off. Out to the left, minor score. Still, adds to the lead, which is imposing, 9-10, 2-4.
A couple of behinds for Cloak tonight. He's played well. He's given a couple of free kicks away deep in the forward line. So Tui, Henderson, we've talked about the fact that he hasn't had any impact at all in the match.
I don't know whether it's Collingwood's great defensive work, Duck, over the whole ground, or Carlton's inability to use the footy. They've only had 15 marks to this point in the game. That is incredibly low, that stat. Is that Collingwood's pressure or Carlton's poor ball use, or combination?
I think it's been Carlton's poor ball use. I mean, just quick kicks from stoppages like this, and then under pressure, they haven't found time or space at all tonight.
So Langdon squeezes it, and then Blair spreads it to Williams. Now, he's a left footer, so he had to come back, but he did, and then kicks a beauty to fall forward. Gave Cloak every opportunity. Good mark too. But it was a well-weighted kick.
Well, as I said, you've got to make the most of these nights, Trav. I mean, he's had a couple of opportunities, he's missed a couple of goals, and when you get that much space and that many one-on-one contests, I mean, that's where this guy made his name. One-on-one contest, contested marks.
400th goal last week. Very close to Anthony Rocker in games played and goals. Kick or gee. Oh, he got it, but oh, wow. It's a goal to Cloak. Well, it was close to missing. You saw it as well as we did. So this is a rout. It's difficult to watch in some ways. I mean, Collingwood are impressive, but it is hard with the emotion of the night and how it's playing out right now. Difficult.
He's not super confident right now, Doug. He's only just snuck that in.
Just snuck that in. The problem with this is, and we sort of have a bit of a laugh about it because Collingwood are dominating, but this will cost Collingwood in big games this year if he's continued to kick the ball like that.
Warnock knocks it down. Judd goes after it. Off the ground by Swan. Coming up is White. Warnock did okay there. Kicks inside the forward 50. Coming up the ground is Cripps. Turvey did well, got a hand in. Williams, Brown. Sends it out wide. Blair. Two small guys go for it. Wonderful balance by Simpson. Doherty, well, thought Simpson was there. Turned out that it was Adams. A short pass from Dwyer inside the 50, intended for Gold off hands. Doherty back to help out this beleaguered defence. Comes to Cripps. Quite often games like this one have fallout, but these are most unusual circumstances.
Simpson getting the 1-2 from Bell. Doherty was good a moment ago, cleaning up some mess. Jones, well, he's just brushed off too easily. Nothing really now from Jones, and certainly nothing from Henderson. Pendlebury just floating in the back half for the moment. He spent a fair bit forward 50 tonight. Oh, terrific by Grundy to Varco, splitting the pack open now. Now Varco running away, again gives Cloak a chance. Rowe did well. It's been a good duel. Walker down low, and then Walker's kick to Judd. Judd gritting his teeth and digging in here.
Considering how many times it's come down and how easily, Rowe's actually done a really good job on Travis Cloak.
Doherty runs hard, presenting. 54 points the margin. Early going, third term. Doherty towards the wing. Williams did well.
That's a mark.
Nice player. Such a young team. Got so many out. Collingwood have a bright future, it seems. Takes something off the kick. Up goes Elliott. But it knocked away. Crisp, who's been very good. Cloak doing the crumbing that time. On the lead, Galt in the back, says the umpire, holding. So it's a free kick to Galt against Henderson, who's had a very dark night. Elliott runs to space, lowers the eyes. Will it get there in time? Dwyer, well done by Gibbs. Got a hand on it. Buckley leads back. Slips a hand pass away. Little 1-2 with Bell.
Gibbs was good, Dennis. He really made a big effort. Wiley, no impact tonight. Terrible handball behind the ball. behind the play, and then Grundy. Bad bounce for Goldsack, but nothing much is going wrong for Collingwood. Beautiful kick to Pendlebury within range. And then Pendlebury again doing the team things he's done a couple of times tonight. And this young man, Crisp, takes the mark.
Well, here's the Buckley turnover. I mean, that's what they've... just another kick to the toes of his teammate. We've got to talk about Collingwood. I mean, this is 2 weeks in a row now that we've seen them, and they've really strangled the opposition. Essendon were really bad last week. Not sure. I think it might be the way Collingwood are setting up.
They're hard to score against Duck at the moment, aren't they? 49 points, Essendon, last week. And Crisp emerging, isn't he? And Collingwood stretch that lead. Dane Beams is going to have to play some good footy at Brisbane. And he is. But to get Crisp in the Beams situation, he's going to be a very good player for a long, long time. Collingwood might talk to you about their next couple of matches, guys. I mean, Cats and Richmond, I mean, they're going to be in a situation where they may be really pushing up to the top of the table.
Well, you asked the question, Duck, about how Collingwood are travelling. They've got 12 players under 50 games playing tonight, so they have been impressive. I'm not sure they're playing against much, though. Carlton haven't really given a yelp, but they are going to go 4-1, you'd think, after tonight. They've set themselves up really well for the season now.
Adams missed the target. Bell. High ball. Murphy has to wait. Seedsman almost a clever mark. Good use of the body by Judd. Into space, Bell slips away, runs down towards half forward, kicks inside the forward 50. Going back is Simpson, and he takes the mark 25 metres out. He's a steady kick, and he should put it through.
Well, they did the same thing against Essendon last week, and so I guess, you know, there's a little bit of consistency in there with these young guys. Haven't played a lot of footy, but that was the first time the Blues have shown a little bit of fluency, a little bit of speed of ball movement inside their forward 50. And this bloke here, Kade Simpson, you can never, ever begrudge him. He gives it 100% every time he plays.
Should kick it. Does kick it. It's been a long wait. Very big crowd, a sense of occasion, but the game has been a fizzer so far. Who knows, maybe that can kickstart things.
I'm going to say Juddy's dug in this quarter, I reckon.
I reckon his head would be feeling like that.
Yeah. To Mick, all the numbers are big, aren't they? That's what you do when you coach over 700, 31 years, so a huge, long list of Friday night matches. Hopefully this won't be one that's an embarrassment in the end. Judd's having a good third quarter, getting the ball forward. Well done, Goldsack. Brown, and the Blues get two together, 2 1/4. They haven't been able to do that. Williams, Frost, well done, just broke a couple of tackles, puts his man under the pump. No ball given, could have been. Swan, Murphy through his hands, well played, Swanier, and now the ball carrier, the metres gain man, Seedsman.
Long down towards full forward, can Blair get there almost, got both hands to it. Dwyer comes in strongly as well. They get a stoppage.
How good was Dane Swan here? Just the game sense to know he had a teammate over the top instead of trying to take possession. That's why Dane Swan's as good as he is. He sees the game, reads the game. He's a true footballer. He's got a footballer's brain.
Having a fine season too. Back in 4. Elliott tried to reef it out of there. Nothing doing.
Guys, we spoke a lot about Henderson tonight. He has put on the red vest, and Boakhurst is getting his run. Henderson went down the race for about 5 minutes. He's only had the 1 tackle today, so there must have been some concerns for him going into the game.
No possessions. Adams, Pendlebury. Good shepherd by Pendlebury. Put some time and space there for Williams. High ball. In from the side, Doherty.
Talked about Doherty. He's a good player. No one really having a good night for Carlton.
No, Cripps has tried hard. Doherty's tried hard. Judd certainly has. There's Lockie Henderson. He has had a dirty night. Hasn't had a possession. He's a good footballer, Lockie Henderson, but he would be really disappointed with himself tonight.
Bell at the back. Wiley just hasn't got near it, really. Cloak coughs it up. Doherty. Good kick. Wood scored the opening goal of the match. Seems a while ago. Doherty running into dead ends. That's a bit symbolic of tonight, and so's that, and that's holding the ball. Just untidy, aren't they?
They are untidy, but Collingwood, they've certainly brought the heat. Their pressure's been great from the first bounce.
That's goal. That's a good tackle.
Yeah, coming up from the forward line, you'd love that.
So the Pies give Cloak another chance in the forward pocket.
Well, look at that space. That's the only time I think that Rowe has been beaten. When Cloak has had a lot of time and space, he did take the one contested mark in the goal square earlier this quarter. But generally it's been those types of situations when he's been able to get a distance between Rowe.
So Cloak, tidy angle. Misses, so he's 1 goal 3 tonight. Now, which one? Is it Darryl or Shane?
I was hoping you'd know that one, Bruce.
It looks like Shane to me.
Yeah.
Bruce saw him a few times during my playing career.
Swan takes the mark right on the 50. Sorry, there wasn't much help there, Bruce.
I didn't know the difference when they were playing.
If only they wore their jumpers with their numbers on Civvy Street. Here's Swan, as he termed so far. Going for distance. Gets onto it too. Oh, massive kick over the fence. Home run. Margin 61 points now. Is Collingwood doing much as they like?
I wonder what Mick's thinking about the selection of Collingwood tonight to play against. Oh. They've been terrific, haven't they, the Pies? So 4 goals to 1 in this term, just as it was in the second and just as it was in the opener. Complete domination. Swanee building and building here. Great kick. Warnock wins the tap. Gibbs quietish. Wiley back to Warnock. That was Wiley's best moment in the match. Kicks the ball forward. Wood, Brown. Pretty good contest. Carlton with a bit of numbers and a high tackle on Ellard. Welshie, you got an injury problem?
Yeah, guys, Season come off a couple of minutes ago and was talking to the doctor about an injury to his left buttock, and they took him straight down the race, and Kinesis has been warming up, so I'll keep you posted. He's just come back up out of the race now, actually, Seedsman. He looks okay, the doctors are all nodding, and hopefully they can get him back out, because he's been terrific tonight with the 15 disposals.
And Welshie, is Henderson off because he's injured or because he couldn't touch the footy? What do you think?
Well, I'd say he's been one of their best performers this year. 5 goals last week. He must be injured. He's had a lot of time in the physios and doctors' hands in the first half.
So Ellard. So he misses.
Goldsack to bring it in then. Past halfway in this third term. Goldsack into Mines to himself now. Runs to the pocket. Little chip pass to Brown. This defence very confident. We saw that on Anzac Day. More to contend with. They were wonderful. And tonight just doing their own thing. Frost out of defence. High one. Galt. Punched away by Jacks. Recovery by Galt. Crisp close to the boundary. Grundy goes with the outside of the boot. Bounces it down beyond the wing. Tui. Pendlebury tried to block in. Is that in the back? No. Cripps comes in. Yes, it was.
Just play on.
Plays on. Langdon full of confidence. He's done that a few times. Ramsey. Job to do here then. Boakhurst falling. Heard a voice. Knew where the help was. Went back to Simpson, who coughs it up. Adams. He's been lively. Kicks into the oncoming Tui, taken down by Frost. Curnow's got it. Frost will not be denied. Jumping off the ground there. Curnow, though, won the day. Simpson and Boakhurst.
Gets an early touch. That'll help. Not a bad kick either. Bell, Williams, very, very good there, Williams. Bell, effort okay, then toe poking. Ellard getting through, bouncing it. Wood's going to kick a second goal. There you go, they've got 2 for the quarter, and Wood bangs it home. Well, just a bit of effort, really. A bit of hard grit and effort in the middle of the ground to win a one-on-one and just forced it forward. Boakhurst, early touch, and Wood the recipient. Got to salvage something from the wreck. They really do.
A much-needed goal there by the Blues, but more concern down on the Collingwood bench where Paul Seedsman has been subbed off and Kinesis gets his first opportunity. Seedsman, we don't think it's anything too bad. They had a bit of a discussion. Better to be safe than sorry when they're so far ahead against the Blues.
Highs and lows of footy, eh? Still, hopefully he's okay. Chris Pendlebury. Oxley has drifted out of the game, but that's a telling kick and a dangerous one. Cloak camped in front, crashing through White. Well, he didn't get through. Jacks was waiting over the top row. And the umpire will ball it up about 15 metres out from Collingwood's attacking goal. 83 plays 29. He's ambitious, but nevertheless had no time to get rid of it. Pendlebury taken down by Wiley. Grundy's over the football. Top of him is Cripps, and the umpire will do it again.
Straight back here.
Dangerous spot. Carlton need to defuse this.
Hold, Carlton, advantage.
So Judd takes the advantage. Free kick earned by Warnock, but there's just nobody, is there?
That's what they've kicked back to all night. Collingwood's had a great structure behind the ball, but heaps of pressure on the ball carrier, which has meant that Carlton just keep kicking it back to them, and they've controlled it all night.
Kinesis, good kick by Goldsack. An element of danger, but Adams took a pretty comfortable mark. Adams finds his target in Oxley. Went off with a cut below the eye in the second term. Had a fabulous opening quarter. And then off a step. He's kicked the ball well tonight. Pendlebury, yep, got it.
Oh, well done, Scott Pendlebury. He's a master, this bloke. But that was a nice kick. Inside forward 50, just a penetrating lower kick. It wasn't bombed long and high, as is for controlling space. Well, may have got a little fist on it, Jacks, but pay the man in front. Pendlebury stayed with the footy, controlled the body, took the mark.
It's been all Australian in the last 5 years, Pendlebury. I mean, Abbott's done 8 in a row, but probably won't get one this year. And this guy, 5 consecutive All Australians. Has he squeezed it home? He has. The captain kicks them away again to that 10-goal margin. So Collingwood with all the answers. It's great to see a team emerging like this. I mean, talked about their youth and a lot of players at this time last year we didn't even know, and here they are. Their tackling tonight has been fantastic. Their defensive stuff will please Buckley no end. So the 2 Rocker boys, eh? Sav left blue and Anthony right.
Anthony's having more fun at the moment, no doubt about that.
I think Sav's there for goal kicking practice. Unfortunately, they're not getting much of that at the Blues tonight.
Hard to identify the problem. Grundy gets it away. Crisp. What a good player he's becoming. Langdon drives it inside the forward 50 from behind. White. Well, he should have marked that one. Didn't. Varco goes after the footy. Blair across their path. Now Oxley. Look away hand pass. Gibbs. Curnow reaching for that one. Dwyer came at him. Feeds it out the back eventually. Jacks. Wiley. And now Bell from half back. Chips it up towards the wing and Ellard. And looking downfield, not a lot to go to now. Oakhurst offers a lead, but it's cut off. Collingwood quick to fill the spaces down there.
So Ellard gets a bit of a shield, but then kicks to a whole heap of pies. And Oxley just drifts across and takes a comfortable mark.
He just keeps getting better and better, Oxley. Only in his 7th game of footy, he looks like he's played 100.
Ramsey, how many's Ramsey played? Not many more. He's in his 7th game as well. Back to Goldsack. And then Goldsack gets to Swan. We'll get to Dr. Rowan White in just a moment from Triple M on the Seedsman Henderson situation. Doc, can you hear me at the moment?
Yes, Bruce, gotcha.
Can you quickly tell us what's happened with the two of them?
Yeah, quickly. Lockie Henderson's had a fair bit of work on that hamstring in the second quarter, but look, hasn't come up. I don't believe it's a bad injury. It's probably just hamstring soreness. Currently icing it, and is probably not going to be too much of a problem. Seedsman has come off with a left hip pointer. He got a knock in the early third quarter. The Docs took him down, tried to get him right. He hasn't pulled up, but again, don't think there's any issues there, Bruce.
Thanks for that, Rowan. So Dr. Rowan White there from Triple M. So sounds like Seedsman might be back in next Friday night against the Cats for the Pies, eh? And hopefully too Henderson back and playing for the Blues. They need everybody they can get right now.
Collingwood just icing this one at the moment, as much as they like, just chipping it around, running the clock down. Murphy battled hard in the first term, has drifted out of the game. Ellard tackled by Crisp. Judd couldn't get through the pack, or he did, but the ball didn't come with him. Carnesis in trouble. Blair brilliantly done, loops it over the top. Swan, Frost sold into trouble. Judd stole it, goes to Gibbs. His hand passed down towards half forward. Murphy. Ellard took it off his fingertips. Kicks in by Judd, bounces high, runs on. Armfield. Point blank range. There's a pulse.
Said it before, didn't I? You know, Juddy has really dug in this term. Just thinking, you know, Gibbs and Murphy tonight. Murphy was terrific early. Gibbs, a little bit of the ball, but if they were to win tonight, you felt Murphy and Gibbs had to start, didn't you?
Yep.
And we haven't had that from those two. I do think Judd's third quarter's been good.
Gibbs coming off a terrific season last year. Disappointing so far.
So Judd, 9 disposals, 4 clearances, 3 inside 50s this term.
He's a warrior. He's kept battling. He's kept working as hard as he possibly can for his coach and for his team tonight. But it can't just be left to Chris Judd. Somebody else has got to step up in his place. He's not going to be around forever, Juddy. Got to support him.
Didn't think he'd be here this year, did we, Erlingy? So Wiley tapping back. So 3 goals in this term for the Blues. They're so far back that you feel like it's a little irrelevant. But they have to salvage something for the Wreck. Carnesis running towards goal. He kicked the goal as a sub when he played in his opening match for the Pies. He's 2 for 2 now. So Brisbane's becoming a nice feeder team for the Magpies. You think about Crisp and Carnesis. I know a lot of Magpie fans have been dying to see this guy and what he might bring to the team. Well, he's made the use of his time as sub the first time we saw him, and he's doing the same tonight. So Carnesis, Goldsack's been terrific. Here we go. What's his presto?
It's not, is it? Titanic.
Well, there's a great scene with Leonardo DiCaprio, Kate Winston. Do you think that's the one?
It must be.
Grundy tries to hook it down. Wood kicks towards half forward. Armfield goes after it in the opposite direction. Gibbs upended. Out of there by Langdon. Ellard. It's a hand pass out wide. Quick thinking by Oxley. Just hacks it towards the wing. Clever use of the body by Simpson. Went through the bend nicely. Wiley in space. Hasn't seen much of that tonight. Kicks inside the forward 50. Big jump at the back by the Titanic man. Knocked it down. Boakhurst. Oh, that was clever. Just missed.
He's been lively since he's come on. He's done a good job. He's had a crack.
You're going to have courage to say Titanic's your favourite movie when you're an AFL footballer, don't you?
Talking about Chris Judd and how he's been tonight, he has been terrific in this quarter, but he played on this year for one reason. He thought the Blues had a real future. He thought they were going to have a really good year this year. Certainly not panning out the way he planned it. They are struggling tonight and struggling for the whole year. So Chris Judd may have got something wrong in his career, Bruce, because he's done pretty much everything else right, hasn't he?
For sure. So Oxley just easily against Everett then. Simpson, Murphy, lots of it early, Murph, but saw him hurt his finger early in the second quarter, I think it was, but he's faded away a little. Walker missed the first couple of games. Tui Hasn't missed a game under Mick Tui. Neither's Simpson. They're the two. Played all 51. And he's just resilient, this guy, and reliable, isn't he?
High ball down the line, in from the side, Frost up, thumps it towards the boundary, and out it goes. That's a free kick, and it's going against Tuvey to be taken by Murphy. Murphy hard against the line. I mentioned Frost, undervalued, doesn't get the respect he deserves. Again, spoiling well there. Gibbs has got the football now. Speaking of which, I mean, that referee in the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight will make $25,000. Obviously very important. That wouldn't buy him a seat.
He's got the best seat in the house, dude.
Well, yeah, but comes at a premium, Bruce.
He might get some sweat on him, eh?
It's amazing. Here's Gibbs. Quality player, not beyond him. Steps inside the 50. Kick is less than quality. Most unlike him. Not good enough out of bounds on the full. Yeah, well, that says it all.
Must bring it back in over this line.
So, right on three-quarter time. That would have just been something, wouldn't it? Just a little tiny thing. So, it's all Collingwood. They've maintained the rage in the third quarter. The Blues hit the board a little. But a long weekend, a long night right now. Three-quarter time here at the MCG.
May well and truly be over. Last quarter, there's still a few blokes who can put their hand up and say they've got a bit of character. A few Carlton blokes perhaps even playing for their career. See what sort of heart they've got now. They need to respond. It's not going to win them the game, but it just may propel them into the rest of the year.
Opening bounce of the final term then. Warnock knocks it down. There's Judd again. Some of these Carlton players condemned by their actions, and the actions of Chris Judd. Warnock feeds it back. Cripps smothered off the boot. Oakhurst in front. Doubt he'll be tweeting tonight. Over the head. Umpire says a throw. So it'll come back. Collingwood free. Tuvey, one of their defenders. Their band of defenders who, like waves, know where to go forward. And then they go back as the ball comes out wide. Taken by Adams, so lively. Creates his own dead end, though. Goes down towards half forward. That's poise. So's that. Pendlebury runs inside the 50. Can kick a goal here. Won't. Goes looking for Cloak instead. Launches from behind. Comes back to him like an obedient dog. And he kicks his second. Pendlebury, no thought of kicking a goal there.
Gee, Pendlebury's team efforts, Dennis, tonight. I mean, every time he's got the ball forward 50, he's been prepared to give it off, and he caressed that ball to Cloak, didn't he?
Yep.
He's a great player, Pendlebury.
He's a wonderful player.
Yep. So Cloak and Pendlebury, two of the great Collingwood players, certainly Pendlebury over the last few years. Lingy, your big statement a moment ago, blokes playing for their careers. You're prepared to name a couple?
I am, no worries at all. Andrew Walker was one who was brought up. I think Everett's been ordinary tonight, though he's been pretty good this year. A few of the other players, Liam Jones needs to stand up better up forward. Carlton free kick here. Even Bryce Gibbs, I'd just love to see more from him. Just from when the chips are down a bit, I'd love to see him respond. He's not necessarily playing for his career, but just want to see a little bit more grunt from him.
So Everett there, one of the few touches he's had tonight. Simpson ball touch, belted forward by Wood. Great pick up by Judd. He really has played a second half and just floating it away. 4 are behind. How many's Chris had tonight? He's up to 20, 13 of them kicks. He's been under pressure a lot, but just effort.
Best for Carlton. Pendlebury leads everybody with 24, so Judd right on that pace. But he shouldn't have to do this. It should be more the cameo. It's Frost out of defence. Dwyer on a searching lead does well.
Andrew, 2 metres. Andrew.
It's a right half back. Sam Dwyer. The side up, 101 to 37. Just pops it over the man on the mark, taken by Langdon. And like all those defenders, getting better with every game. Looks down the line eventually. And will kick beyond the wing. Cloak's in front down there. Almost pushed in the back. Squirts off hands. Taken by Everett. Short one. Murphy looks across the ground. squares it, and Doherty pushing up is marked just inside the centre square.
They've found it so hard to break the line, haven't they? And even that kick to the disadvantage of Bell. It's been a good duel, Bell and Williams. Undersized Williams, but he's a strong beast, isn't he? With all the courage in the world. Galt's interesting. He doesn't do a lot, but he obviously, for the structure. I mean, Ben Reed's still waiting. We forget too that Freeman and Scharenberg, the top 2 draft picks from last year, haven't had a chance yet. Injury coming back. I think Scharenberg might be playing this weekend.
Well, I think that's one of the great things about this young Collingwood side, and we've harped on the fact that they've got 12 players under 50 games, but it's those players that are performing. I mean, Frost doesn't get a lot of the ball, but he just does his job. Adams has been terrific. Oxley has stood up tonight. Crisp has been good again. Ramsey's another one. I mean, just a very even, youthful side at the moment.
Carnices, kicking board to Elliott.
They play for one another. They play for one another. They're unselfish. They do everything that the team should do.
And they're not doing anything
special,
revolutionary.
No,
they are just doing
special.
the basics as well as they possibly can. Their tackling's been good, pressure's been good. They've used the ball well, and they've looked after each other and played for each other. You're right, Duck.
So, like Blair, Dennis Elliott's been a straight shooter. He might be the first to 3 goals tonight. Cloak and Wood not going to come back though, and they're behind.
A couple of cracks starting to appear amongst the Carlton players.
This is going to be one that's going to hang on their shoulders for a long, long time, you would think. No escaping this performance.
Tui runs it up then, still inside the defensive 50. Sends it wide. Brown's in front. Wood from behind got a fist on it. Chance for Murphy, running out of space and time, and the ball goes out of bounds.
I know we can overanalyse one game sometimes, but this was such a big game, such an important game for that man right there, an important game for the Carlton Footy Club, almost finals-like tonight for the Blues. And you know, when you see this sort of performance, gee, it makes you really sad with the way they've come out and the effort that they've shown. I would have thought they'd give a hell of a lot more.
Oxley taken down. Blair at close quarters. Tuvey steps out.
It's hard to imagine Carlton, with what we're seeing tonight, playing in a bigger game for the rest of the year than what they did tonight. Liam Jones.
Yeah, look, I thought he launched himself at a couple of contests. Well, not a couple, a lot in that first half, and I thought that was an encouraging sign. The problem with Liam, he just doesn't have the endurance to play out a full game. He often starts well, but doesn't get anywhere near it in the second halves of games.
That sums it up beautifully there. Great work by Collingwood. Said Carlton haven't been good, but gee, Collingwood have been great in that area. Just their pressure and their intensity at the opposition and at the ball, creating turnovers. They've excelled at it.
Pendlebury right at his best tonight, isn't he?
Well, is it time now, Lingy, to give a couple of these guys that you mentioned a rest in the twos and bring some other younger players into this side?
Well, it comes down to results. You either turn up and you do the job that you're expected to do, or you don't play in the team. And I mean, Mick's built premiership teams on exactly that. He asks players, he demands players to play a certain way, and if they don't play. If they do, he rewards them, and I wouldn't expect anything different from Carlton and from the Carlton coach.
Gee, that's a good grab. Carnices, so he making him up. You'd think that Yaron and Menzel will be two that will come back in the next week and a bit.
Carnices from the soccer background, short to Pendlebury, just racking them up again. Langdon. Nathan Buckley quietly putting together a wonderful CV. 45 wins from 74 games, that's over 60%. Kick goes down towards half forward. Off hands, taken there by Simpson. Doherty, he's tried hard in defence, Doherty, but a lack of assistance. That kick onto the chest of Goldsack, who pulls it back cleverly. And the mark is taken by Brown, so he's marauding forward.
Terrific last week, wasn't he, in the Anzac Day match? One of the premiership players from 2010, crisp, beautiful kick, and Oxley had a wonderful first quarter and a half. Short, Pendlebury closing on 30 disposals yet again, out wide. Speaking of the 30 disposal man, may not get there tonight, Swanee. 23 coming up. Pendlebury, by the way, this will be 67 occasions that he's got to 30. Brown, Williams. Now they launch forward. Grundy, Cloak, big flies. Varco, little give. Blair, still Blair, still Blair. Well done, Tui. Held him up.
Hold the ball, Carlton.
Yeah, well done, Zach Tui. He's one who can hold his head up high. Hasn't had a heap of the footy, but he's tried hard all night. Down there with Sam Doherty, you called him before, Dennis. He's tried hard. Cripps. And, of course, we've spoken about Judd and Kate Simpson. That's just what you love to see. When you get an opportunity to tackle the opposition, you commit to it completely. Well done, Zach Tui.
Stay there.
Inside the centre square. Of course, these two clubs playing for the Richard Pratt Cup.
Play on.
Fighting prostate cancer. Pushing awareness. Here's Simpson to Buckley. Presentations after the game. A party I think I'd rather miss. Simpson. Got the hands free there and doing pretty well, Murphy. Back to Buckley, and now Simpson once more. Little chip down towards half forward and Curnow.
Very wide. Does he get it to Boakhurst? He does. And look at the Collingwood numbers around him, so symbolic of the night. 10 goals in front and as hungry as ever. Gibbs best and fairest last year. Disappointing night tonight.
Yeah, he's a good footballer. He can play football, Bryce Gibbs. He has been really bad tonight when you needed the leaders to stand up on a big night. But I expect him to bounce back. He's a quality enough footballer.
And Lingy, it's a tough position when you're a player and your team's in this type of run that Carlton have at the moment, because when you get like this, you just think about me, my man, and that's really dangerous for the development of your group. You need leaders to stand up and really pull you out of that, but Carlton just don't have that many leaders that have got the ability to do that.
Chris Pendlebury, Swan running with him. And Pendlebury, just, no one seems to be able to pull a tackle on him, do they? And Simpson, who's fought so hard out of play.
He's an interesting player for me, Gibbs. I really like him. As you said, best and fairest winner last year. I just find that a lot of on-ballers, and not just Carlton, there are a lot of teams, there are a lot of accumulators, and I think Gibbs can go along sometimes and have 22, 23 possessions, and you think, well, he's got a bit of the ball. I want him to grab a game by the scruff of the neck. Same with Murphy. I've seen Simpson do it. We've seen Judd do it. That's what you want these Carlton players to do. Grab it. You're the best player in this team at the moment. Show us that.
Good call.
Brown gave it to Williams, to Goldsack. He's on right centre wing, looks down towards half forward, nothing on, looks back towards the middle. Jones stays off him, forces Goldsack to kick it very high. White works his way in front of Walker. Tui got the crumb to Simpson, looks down the line, nothing on, pulls it back towards the middle. Well done, Murphy in space, comes out wide. Everett's got it, dropping back is Jones. Everett needs to clear the man on the mark. Well, he didn't, not in time. Just went across the ground to Walker. Curnow, though, finds himself with some room, kicks inside the forward 50. Brown comes up, must be a free kick, surely. Nothing doing. Ball rolls on, taken by Tuvey to Frost. And again, this defence in command. Williams to Tuvey.
And then Tuvey runs it out with a good kick wide to Oxley. And then Oxley with a careful kick. Gee, Grundy, what an athlete he is. Talked a lot about the fact that he's still a youngster. So confident, he barges his way through. Simpson's high fly. Buckley running hard. Did a bit of that early in the match. Not a great kick. Boakhurst was good. Warnock, here's Gibbs. Can he deliver here? Hallard in a one-on-one. Williams, Wiley, Curnow, off a step Curnow, banging forward. Jones, can he get to the contest? Elliott getting back, and he'll run away from him, and he does. So little Billy in the back half now. A third bounce, a fourth, still working hard and delivering to Dwyer. Well done, Walker, that time, bouncing across and building it out.
Yeah, well done, Andrew Walker. That's the sort of desperation we want to see. Liam Jones, this is exactly what Duck's talking about here. One effort, two efforts, but then just goes to ground, and that's the tank, the ability to keep running even after those couple of efforts that just lets him down. He's a power athlete, he's certainly not an endurance athlete. He needs to improve that.
Margin 65 points after the boundary throw-in. Cripps is taken down.
How good a game has Adam Oxley had? Just looking at his numbers, 24 possessions. He's had 8 score involvements and 4 shots at goal himself. He's a real find.
Grundy, crisp, almost Finding a way through. Now he does. Like his game too. Goes inside the forward 50. Some hanging on to Cloak. No free. Varco overran the football. Gibbs reaches in. Immediately attracts a crowd.
Take it straight
And
away.
the ball up. Seems to be the biggest contrast between these two teams tonight. There are many. But Collingwood, all their players have done their job. And sometimes we look at the leaders of teams, and I know it's fashionable to do that, but if everyone does their job, you've got half a chance. Carlton just haven't done that. It hasn't been professional at all. Galt comes on the lead, off the ground by Bell.
Murphy held up. Ramsey just worried him out of it. Goldsack. Langdon, good again tonight. Swan. That left-hand handball of his Goldsack. Well worked to Langdon. Langdon off a step to centre-half forward. Cloak. Can he get to the fall of it? He does. Releases. Well cut off by Ellard. Everett switches back to Doherty. Doherty doesn't clear Oxley. We've been talking a bit about him. Everett back to Doherty. Doesn't quite get away. Terrific effort, Carnesis. Williams, they force the turnover. Williams' handball, brilliant. Carnesis in the pocket, scrubs it forward. Dwyer and Walker, and that's just typical of Collingwood. That's what they've done all night.
Yep. Great pressure.
That's going to keep Patrick Carnesis in the team each week when he's doing that. Just the forward pressure, then got the ball back. Work rate. They have just outworked Carlton in every facet of the game.
Boundary throw in. Wood in front, although he concedes front spot. Grundy down brilliantly. Blair almost through. Adams, Varco in space. Hooks it across his body. Well worked from the ruck onwards. That was marvellous. Like a set play, and maybe it was. Varco just hanging off the back. Eventually the ball came clean to the back and they drew a man off Varco, and then Varco was able to hook it across his body and put it through. And the spirits are high amongst the Collingwood fans, almost the forgotten team coming in tonight. Well, they're celebrating like there's no tomorrow.
Well, you can just sense a bit of momentum from the Pies. The supporters are up and about. Beautiful tap by Grundy. Great finish by Travis Varco. That's hard to kick a snap that far. That's skill.
He's just a winner, Varco. His winning percentage at Geelong was crazy, and now his winning percentage at Collingwood is 80 after tonight. Good man to have on your team. It's hard to imagine a more deflating evening, isn't it? I mean, Collingwood have been terrific. It's going to be, for them, a famous win against their ex-coach on such a big night, led by this brilliant captain of theirs who's had a superb evening and will probably get 3 Brownlow votes on his way to maybe another All-Australian. I know it's early in the year, but... So... Richard Pratt Medaway, all going Collingwood's way. Pendlebury's been superb, but it's just hard to imagine a worse night for the opposition. The 250th time these two teams have played against one another, and Pendlebury gets his second, and yet another for the Pies. Well, they've been ruthless and relentless. So then he'd be a big chance for the Richard Pratt medal for the best on the ground, Pendlebury, tonight.
No doubt about that. Hard to believe he scored his first goal of the season last Saturday. Wonderful record against Carlton. He averages over the journey 25 possessions a game. As you mentioned, up to 30 now. Here's Warnock out of defence, goes down towards half forward. Jones gets some separation. That's a good grab. And for the first time tonight, I'd venture to say, does Frost one-on-one.
It's a good mark by Liam Jones. That's what we want to see more of. He's played 70 games now. This is his 71st. Fighting the contest against a good defender, good strong mark. Kicking hasn't always been his strength, but if he competes like that, that's how you start building the respect in the AFL.
So Jones with the man on the mark, 45 metres out. Steps to the 50. Kick is on the way. Hasn't got the carry, helped on its way by Langdon. disciplined stuff on the line. Big lead, but taking no chances, conceding it behind, and Goldsack anxious to bring it in.
And does in a hurry, and successfully too. Elliott covers the ground so well. Back to Ramsey, just waiting for Elliott. They set it up pretty well, so Collingwood quickly get the ball to half forward. Gee, that's a good mark by Grundy.
He's been good all night.
He's something, isn't he?
Oh, he's rucked against two ruckmen all night. He's had the better of both and gets plenty of ball around the ground.
And he's got wits in the VFL at the moment, and Grundy certainly establishing himself as the leading ruckman. Wits had done that by the end of last year. White slips around, White playing that sort of second tall forward, second ruck type role that we see a lot of these days.
Dan, you mentioned what's been so great about Collingwood is they've had an even spread all over the ground. 14 individual goal kickers tonight for Collingwood is testament to that.
It's a good point, Welshie. I mean, you would have thought Cloak and Elliott would have had big bags, and they've contributed with a couple each, but that's going to please the coach no end. I think they had something similar against St Kilda when we did them in round 2.
And not the possessions are everything. Every player except 4 have had double-figure possession. So again, as Welshie just said, they're all joining in the game. They're all pressuring well, but they're also joining in the attacking part as well.
Right to the outer side. Williams stepped around them but didn't touch the footy. Curnow left the ball behind. Tuvey, Crisp, Dwyer. Instinctive the gives. The sharing has been terrific tonight.
Well done, Sam Doherty.
Yep, liked his game. Stands tall again and kicks it across half-back. Murphy runs onto it. Pushing up towards the wing. Nothing to kick to. Well, basically says it all. Here's Tui. Takes on the man on the mark, runs around, gets a hand pass towards Boakhurst. Hand pass came from Murphy under real pressure. The heat still applied. Curnow, Boakhurst. Look at that for a team about 11 goals in front. How's that for pressure? They force the error. Murphy upended. Kicks it down towards the 50. Armfield goes off the ground. Now a chance behind all of them. Getting in behind the defence. Ellard goes in and finishes. .44 plays, 114. So what's that? 70 points.
Is that one of your strengths in school arithmetic?
No, I only do the 6 times table, Bruce. It served me well, but that's all I know.
10 out of 10 tonight, Dan. Love to have been your teacher.
No, you wouldn't.
So this is what the Blues have got to come. The Lions, the Giants, they are playing like them. The Cats and the Swans. What about a night like tonight? How damaging is it for Michael Malthouse?
I think he'd be bitterly disappointed. He didn't want to make the night all about himself, but naturally it was going to be because of the record-breaking night. But he would be...
And what about for his future at Carlton?
I'd be disappointed if a decision is made on his future based on tonight's game. The players have let him down tonight.
Crisp. Good kick, isn't he? Grundy competing really well there with Jacks. Buckley left it behind. Grundy with grunt.
Oh.
He's becoming a young colossus, isn't he?
He's wonderful.
He's been superb. He might be getting close to the Richard Pratt himself, I reckon. Though, Duck, you never give much to Ruckman, do you? But I'm just looking you square in the eye, King.
I've got him in my 4, Bruce. Don't worry about that.
I might ask you about Michael and what it might mean going forward after a night like tonight. So Collingwood to come. I mean, next Friday night, massive with the Cats. I mean, they're in a situation where they're going to be top 4 for a fair part of this early part of the season, I would have thought.
Absolutely, and you know, not too many games are easy these days. That's a tough 4 weeks, but they're all winnable the way the Pies are playing at the moment.
Here's Swan. 17 possessions now for Grundy, 22 hit-outs. I mentioned earlier, averaging 16 and 30. As Carnesis goes down towards the pocket. Doherty again with courage.
And just after that Grundy goal, that's the 15th individual goal kicker for Collingwood tonight. It has to be some sort of record. That is outstanding at AFL level.
Ruckman generally take a while. Well, Grundy's on the fast track. 21 years of age. In front, Oxley liked his game as well. He started in blistering fashion. Every reason to cramp up. Young man from Queensland lost his shoe.
Well, sorry, Ted. Welshie, it is a club record, officially a club record. So first time they've ever had 15 individual goal kickers, we believe, Collingwood.
That was outstanding. They're going that well, they don't even need their boots for forward 50 entries.
Grundy the target. Varco tracks it out of bounds. So the clock is running down, 3.5 minutes on what was supposed to be a fairy tale. It's become a horror story.
So for one team, it's about as high as you can get for a home and away game in round 5, and for the other, well, you can't imagine having a more disappointing night. Judd's kick to centre wing. Brown on the up to Varco. And then White switching. Now Crisp is such a good kick, decides to give to Adams inside. Adams arches the back, wants a goal, kicks to full forward, and not quite. Grundy, ball still in play. So the Blues trying to defend. Jacks runs it out.
Just on the Mick Malthouse question, Bruce, I honestly think, obviously you've seen it all if you've coached 715 games, but Mick would have to be wondering right now, in his own mind, I know he's breaking records and everything else, whether the message is getting through to this group. Because right now, they're certainly not playing for Mick Malthouse.
Turvey smothered off the boot, ricochets to Jacks, to Simpson, to Everett. High ball, back towards the wing, goal sack, reaches over the top, falls to Judd, no one, forward of centre. Gives it across to Simpson. He'll kick it inside the 50. It's a race back. Armfield leads in that race, as you'd expect. He runs deep to the pocket, tries to come back. Frost can't get there in time, but the kick hits the post. That's bad luck. One thing's for sure, there has to be speculation. I think the media played fair this week. They've lauded Michael Malthouse, but there has to be speculation. Can't stop that. There's Langdon.
Gee, I love that desperation by Brown and Frost there at the end. They've won this game, and they've won it by a long, long way, but still just fighting it right out. That's that little ruthless edge that the good teams have, and Collingwood are trying to build a good team. Great to see.
Have you done a top 4 tonight, Duck? I'd be. You never give a ruckman a fair go, I reckon, Duck. Have you done? I'm just really interested to see whether Grundy's going to get in there tonight. Anyway, Galt's kick. I'll let you work on it for a moment, Duck. So Galt to the pocket. Cloak trying to get involved. Rowe courageously. Grundy getting down low. Ball not quite out. Collingwood feasting tonight on a carcass that's called Carlton. Ball still not quite out the back. Doherty, Carnesis wants a second goal, and Everett coming out of the back half. Jones setting himself, Langdon boundary throw. And what do you got for us, Duck?
Well, obviously, the captain, Scott Pendlebury, has been absolutely terrific. I gave Frost, he's been great down back. Obviously, not a lot of the ball. Oxley's been terrific, and Grundy.
Oh, you got a ruckman in there, Duck.
I put these in 10 minutes ago, Bruce, and Grundy was in there 10. He's just been great all night.
High ball towards the wing. The goal sack in front. He's gone for a lot tonight. Real competitor. Applies pressure to Curnow, whose kick floats down towards the 50. Williams has got a start of about 20 metres, although Armfield is bearing down, but too quickly. Williams kept his poise, comes away, kicks it high, and a good mark by Galt. And in these surroundings, he collides with a teammate. They're giving nothing away. Ramsey, in this climate, perfect for a youngster like Galt to develop. Not asked to do too much, just doing his job. Goes short. Along the line, taken by Pendlebury. His job far different.
As you said, Dennis, if every player does their job, it's a pretty simple game, footy.
Yep. Crisp has got it now. Mind you, if one doesn't, the whole thing starts to come apart, doesn't it? A bit like that marking attempt by Cloak. Rowe didn't have the footy, will get a free kick. Dying seconds of the game.
So the Pies, 121st victory against the Blues, and only 5 occasions have had a bigger win. And more goal kickers tonight than ever before in a single match. And it's been a drubbing. A huge build-up, a milestone match, but for Michael Malthouse and the Blues, unfortunately a night to forget in many ways. Maybe down the track it'll seem better than it does right now. Collingwood was superb.